you guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am Will Sanja. It's like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep a smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm trying not to keep it long, but y'all already know. If it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. To go to negative today is when you know. Listen, when you know that God has your back, you will not be moved. You will not be distracted by people, places, and things being used by the enemy. Listen, you'll stick to God's word. You'll be just like the tree planted by the rivers of water. You will. You will have your roots into what God said of his word, that what he will supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory, that what those who trust in him will be saved. Those who trust in him, he will make fat. You will be standing on his word. In other words, when you know, you will not be shaken. You will not be moved. You won't. You will not be discouraged, none whatsoever. You will know that God has your back. You will. And no matter what people, places, and things say, you'll say, thank you very much, and you have a good day. But you keep moving in the direction of what God has promised you. You will. No doubting, no complaining, no fear. You won't be. Why? Because you'll be moving in how God's word told you to move. He said, be not afraid. Don't be afraid or dismayed by the great multitude of whatever. Whether your mortgage needs to be paid, or your car note needs to be paid, or the doctor saying you have this particular disease. He said, don't be afraid. Don't be dismayed for that great multitude. Why? Because he said, what the battle isn't yours, it's his. And when you know that, when you really know that, which means what? You have put his word, his law in your heart, and you're hearkening unto his voice. And you believe in him, because God says, what? My sheep know my voice, and a stranger, they will not what? They will not follow. So when you know God's voice, just like the angels, I told you before, the angels do what? They do God's commandment, and they only hearken until the voice of God's word. Which means what? If it's God's word, they're going to move on it. If it's not God's word, they don't even bother themselves with it. And that's how we have to stay when you know it. You know how God's word sound. You know how God's voice sound. You do. If it ain't coming in with some good goods and yum-yums, that ain't God's word. Because that's what God has promised you. He said what? I promise, he said, I wish above all things that you should prosper. That's what he said. And he said that way he can do exceedingly and abundantly more than what we can ever ask or think. So if somebody comes to you saying you're thinking too big, you need to think small. Does that sound like God? Of course not. So don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. But like I said, when you know, can't nobody, person, place, or thing get you off track, because you know the end goal. You know the be all, end all. You know at the end of the day that you will indeed manifest. So listen, I hope you got this. But if you didn't, get to the position, get to that place of knowing, Listen, I'll talk to y'all soon. But like I said, if y'all didn't get it, rewind this thing and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have the massive smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Get to know. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.